determine where you're going to put your priorities, right? Shows are busy. There's a lot that's going on. You can't do everything. So you got to figure out what the right things to do are.
Hey everyone, we got Mr. Jeff Cohen here. Jeff, talk to us. Your role, your title, everything else. For those that don't know you, I think everyone does though.
Jeff Cohen. I'm a tech evangelist for Amazon Ads. I work with all of our partners, helping them kind of understand how to scale their advertising through Amazon Ads technology.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's this is like the prime show for you then right now.
Well, I would say the prime show for me is probably Unbox because it's advertising, but this is definitely the prime show for sellers because it's so seller focused. It's focused on the seller community and all the tools that are available for sellers to help them grow their brand.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty evident towards that. Everyone that I've talked to and been able to talk to, whether it be through the breakouts, all the main events that are happening upstairs, but also just the general conversation that people have learned a lot, people have walked away with a lot, built new relationships, built some connections, and I think you have too, from my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, trade shows are a great place to learn and connect, right? Those are the two big words. But Amazon released a whole bunch of new features for sellers. And so, yes, you can read about them and you can hear about them. But when you hear them and then you can interact with other sellers and you can talk about them and what do they mean, and you can go into the breakouts and learn more about them, it's a great way to truly kind of determine where you're going to put your priorities, right? Shows are busy. There's a lot that's going on. You can't do everything. So you got to figure out what the right things to do are.
And that's often the tough part, right? You look around, there's so many different people that you want to talk to all the time. I know that you posted on LinkedIn about like all the things that were announced over the last couple of days. You're going to keep doing that for the rest?
Yeah, so I'll do, I did the announcement for both of the keynotes. I'll do a follow-up probably early next week. And what I try to do in those posts is really not just talk about what the posts were, because again, you can go read about those on the Amazon Ads website, but like, what do they mean for you as a seller and which ones should you prioritize? And how do you look at something like the new global logistics solution? And, how do you determine whether that's right for you?
Yeah. And so what's like if there's one highlight for you that's like whether being that new, but coming out of Accelerate, being like, hey, brands or sellers, this is what you need to know the most. What would that be?
Yeah, I'm going to give you two. One is, there's a lot of talk about connectivity as a seller and the ability to connect through community. And I think whether it's the advancements that have happened on Seller Central with Seller Forum or the ability to escalate tickets or the live events and everything that's happening at a show like Accelerate, it's a great time to be part of the Amazon seller community. Yeah. I think the other is that I'll stick to like the advertising side of things and say the other thing is that, Amazon has a lot of tools that are available to you to help you promote your brand. Many of them are free. Maybe you need to run a promotion like with brand tailored promotions, but you can use Manage My Customer Experience to message your customers or your potential customers. You can use, Amazon brand stores to, have a shopping experience. You can use Post to get free audience. And so I think that as you look at advertising in general, advertising in general has a lot of levers that you can pull, and all of them work to kind of grow your brand. Some are free. Some have to be paid, but there's different ways for you to really drive your brand identity, and to expand the number of shoppers that are aware of who you are and what you do.
That's it, right? Like growth doesn't come like how do you attain that growth? How do you come at profitable growth? And all the tools that Amazon's putting out right now are fantastic. It helps sellers so much. Like just even the conversations I had earlier today, it was like, this is going to change the way I actually look at my business and how much I can grow it in so many different fashions, right? So everyone that I talk to comes out here is excited always to see the new stuff that's happening, how they can make more on Amazon, I think grow on Amazon and keep pushing their brands, keep pushing as sellers.
Well, the one thing I would say is that like new is great, right? And it's always exciting when we can talk about things that are new, but also remember that there's things that have evolved over time that maybe you haven't looked at in a while, right? And so it's important that you chart your own brand growth and that you're not just getting caught up on the newest thing that you need to be doing it. Yes, as marketers, we want to talk about what's new, but like think about where your brand is, what you're trying to accomplish with your brand, where your investment is going to be, how you're going to measure that investment, right? Amazon is created so many different new data sources, so many new signals that you can use through the retail side, through the advertising side, that is giving you the ability to understand what your products are, how your products are doing, how the customers are reviewing. I mean, the Gen AI that they talked about today was fascinating. And so there's maybe just new ways that you want to look at the old things.
Yeah, and I like that, right? That's the truth of it, that every brand's going to be different. Every seller's going to be different. How you leverage your own story and play onto the marketplace is going to be different as well and unique to you. And figuring that out is important. I think the new stuff adds a lot of value. But to your point, the old stuff is there. It works. It gets refined time and again. And that's actually one thing, credit to the team as well, right? Like, do a really good job of making sure that it's easier and easier for brands to grow on Amazon. And I appreciate all of it. But we're going to see you at Unboxed next.
Yeah, I'll be at Unboxed, which is at the end of October. The live show, I think, has sold out, but there is a virtual show, so you can still check out many of the presentations. And you'll hear about a lot of the announcements related to advertising and the new advancements in technology that are available within Amazon Ads.
Yeah. Is there any nuggets that you can drop for us right now?
Well, they're going to be talking about the newest, greatest thing that we... Oh, did the mic cut out?
Well, either way.
In trouble like that?
Oh, no way.
Come to the show and find out.
Come to the show and find out. You heard from Jeff himself. I love it. I love the way. I love how that played out. But Jeff, always appreciate it. Super happy to be always working together from Trellis as well. But
we appreciate you guys as partners of the Amazon Ad Partner Network and everything that you guys are doing for brands. So
awesome. We're happy to. Thanks again, Jeff.
Thanks.